Is the ketogenic diet the best diet for polycystic ovarian syndrome? This is a question that I get asked a lot as a PCOS dietitian, and a diet that is recommended for polycystic ovarian syndrome a lot. And today I'm going to break it down for you. So the ketogenic diet is a basically low carb, high fat, moderate protein diet. So specifically, it's less than 50 grams of carbohydrates, or even less than that, depending on the type of ketogenic diet that you're on. And then 70 to 80% of your energy intake is going to be from fats. And then 10 to 20% is going to be from protein. And then 5 to 10% is from carbs. So this is the ketogenic diet. And it's intended to put you in a state of ketosis so that your body is burning more fat as opposed to just using sugar and glycogen, which is carbohydrate stores in your body, or sugar stores in your body in muscle and your liver, and to be using fat instead. So it's burning fat. And there has been many mixed results with the ketogenic diet, particularly with PCOS. But one of the most common experiences that I hear from people with PCOS is that they lose a lot of weight very quickly, like 20 kilograms in 4 months, but then often they gain the weight back again in the following couple of months when they come off the ketogenic diet. And sometimes they gain even more weight than what they previously were. Let me know if this has been your experience. Please comment below so that we can spread more of these experiences out there. So if you know my work, if you know who I am as a dietitian, you also know that I'm a non-diet dietitian. And so I don't recommend the ketogenic diet for PCOS. There are 3 main reasons for that. The first is cutting out carbs can actually cause hypoglycemia in people with insulin resistant root cause of PCOS. So hypoglycemia is low blood sugar levels. And this can cause carb cravings at best and binge eating. But at worst, it can cause you to go in a coma, particularly if you have pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes or type 1 diabetes. So that can be very dangerous, because when our body doesn't have enough sugar in our blood, it's all about balance, right? If we're too high, then that damages our body. But if we're too low, it can be dangerous as well. So going on a ketogenic diet and a low carb diet can actually cause hypoglycemia, which can be very dangerous and fatal at worst. So that's why one of the main reasons why I don't recommend the ketogenic diet for people with PCOS. And the other thing there is, you actually don't need to cut out carbs to heal your PCOS, even if, and actually especially if, you have insulin resistant PCOS, and insulin resistance is the root cause of your PCOS. So why would you cut out carbs when you don't need to? It's like bread and pasta and cakes are delicious, and you can actually include that as a part of a balanced diet and heal your PCOS at the same time. So you don't need to restrict carbs or cut out carbs or count carbs at all. So why would you? Makes no sense to me. The second reason why I don't recommend the ketogenic diet for people with PCOS is because the weight loss that people often experience on the ketogenic diet is often from water and muscle mass. And yeah, there would be some fat mass that's lost there as well. But when you are losing muscle mass, this is really detrimental for your PCOS, especially if you have insulin resistant PCOS, right? Because losing the weight and losing the muscle and the fat and the water is very quick and easy. But then when you regain the weight, which happens in 95 to 98% of cases of people who lose weight, and we don't even have stats specifically for people with PCOS, and I bet you the stats are about the same or even more than that for people with PCOS because of the hormonal imbalances. But when you regain the weight, you're not regaining muscle mass. Unless you're working out at the gym like 5, 6, 7 days a week and eating enough protein and eating a balanced diet, you're likely regaining fat. And that's not to say that fat in general is a bad thing, but when you are weight cycling, you're losing weight and gaining weight and losing weight and gaining weight from yo-yo dieting, that is when the fats can be detrimental to your health. That is when you are more likely to have heart conditions, heart disease and cardiovascular disease, and worse insulin resistance, or even developing into type 2 diabetes. And so that's what we want to avoid, this weight cycling, as we call it. It is much better to, yes, focus on having a high protein diet and also do some resistance training regularly. If that means once a week is amazing. If that means twice a week is amazing. Whatever is sustainable for you long term. Personally, I only go to the gym once a week, and I go to a group gym because I'm not motivated to go to the gym and do weights myself. I get bored of my same exercises. So I go once a week, but I do other exercises, like I do a lot of dancing and I do walking and I do yoga and Pilates. So I have a variety that keeps me feeling nourished in my body. But for someone with PCOS, and especially if you have insulin resistance training is amazing for you. Especially, this is your superpower. People with PCOS, because you have high androgens, you're able to build muscle more easily. And when you build more muscle, when you have more muscle mass, this reduces insulin resistance. This reduces your risk of developing type 2 diabetes. This reduces your risk of heart disease. And so it is a win-win for you to do weight training and to eat enough protein, but also to eat in a balanced diet. What that looks like is a quarter plate of protein, a quarter plate of carbs, half a plate of fiber, and then a source of fats. This combination, that balanced plate at most meals, plus weight training, is a very, very sweet spot for people with PCOS, especially if insulin resistance is your root cause. If insulin resistance is not your root cause, it depends, right? About 70% of people with PCOS have insulin resistance as a root cause. If you have adrenal, if you have inflammation, the recommendations may be different, and it is based on what your root cause is. So it really depends. This is where it can be helpful to either go to your doctor and ask for blood tests to determine your root cause. But unfortunately, a lot of doctors don't actually understand PCOS root causes. So going to a PCOS dietitian like myself to get that work done and to figure out your root cause or root causes, because most people have more than one, can be very, very, very helpful, so that you are targeting the right hormones and the right imbalances in your body and doing the right habits, health habits, eating and your nutrition and your movement and your sleep and your stress and all those habits, so that you're balancing your root cause, targeting it at the source so that you can heal your PCOS. Okay, and the third reason why I don't recommend the ketogenic diet, it is very high in fats, very high in fats. And a lot of the time it doesn't specify what types of fats, which is very concerning, because we know that different fats, some fats are beneficial for us, like our omega-3s and our polyunsaturated fats and our some monounsaturated fats to an extent. But there's things like trans fats and saturated fats. Saturated fats we do need a little bit of, but if we have too much of it, this is where it can cause high cholesterol levels in our body, the bad cholesterol, and it can cause heart disease and cardiovascular disease and the progression of type 2 diabetes from insulin resistance. and inflammation and all the things. So that's where it can be quite harmful. And there's, some keto diets emphasize having fiber and a lot don't. And this is really, again, really harmful because we need fiber to balance out the fats. This is why we recommend half a plate of fiber compared to a quarter plate of protein, a quarter plate of carbs, and a source of fats. That is the recommendation, the general recommendation for general healthy eating. So the keto diet completely skews that ratio, and you're having so much fats and less of everything else, less of fiber, which is so beneficial. It helps clear out our blood vessels, so that the plaque that can cause heart disease and heart attacks and things like that, it clears it out so that we have clearer and healthier, I just realized I tapped my mic, my bad. We have clearer and healthier blood vessels, so we reduce our risk of high cholesterol and heart disease, cardiovascular disease. And it also improves our gut health as well. So it helps to form our stools and pass our stools along, because what happens in our gut, we know how important our gut health is, and the research is coming out more and more now. But one of the really important things for PCOS and hormone health is that it helps to clear out excess hormones from our body. And if we don't have enough fiber, we can be constipated, we can have bowels that are stuck in our gut. And if we don't release them, if we don't excrete them, then the hormones actually get reabsorbed in our body, and that can cause hormonal imbalances. So fiber is so important for regular bowel movement, which helps us clear out any excess hormones and toxins that we don't need. So those are the two of the many, many, many benefits of fiber. So in summary, this was a quick video and I'm so proud of myself. I usually go overboard. In summary, no, I don't recommend the ketogenic diet. I recommend having a balanced diet that targets your PCOS root cause. My 3-step approach to healing PCOS without dieting is 1, identifying the root cause, your root cause or root causes. Most people have more than one. 2, developing sustainable healthy habits that target the root cause. So that includes balanced nutrition, joyful movement, consistent movement, good sleep habits, stress management, nervous system regulation, and looking at your health from a holistic lens, body, mind, and spirit. How can we be in alignment and be in balance in all aspects? So if you are trying to force yourself on this diet and it's causing you a lot of stress and anxiety, that is actually not beneficial for your health. We need to find a way of eating for you that not only feels nourishing in your body, but feels peaceful in your mind and feels energizing in your spirit. That is possible. Because the 3rd step is to tune into your inner body wisdom. This is where the intuitive eating side of things come in. This is where you can use your body's wisdom to tailor this balanced eating, approach to what your body needs. It helps to tailor all the habits to what your body needs and what is enjoyable for you. Because if it's not enjoyable, if it's not tailored to you, it's never going to stick, because you're trying to fit your body into a box that doesn't suit you. And so you're going to have to rely on willpower forever, which our willpower is finite. And this is why, if you've tried dieting in the past, it hasn't stuck and it's been unsustainable because you were trying to fit yourself into a box. So rather than doing that, with intuitive eating, you're molding your habits and your diet and your nutrition and the way of living to what suits you and your body and your preferences and what you enjoy and what feels nourishing and balanced for you. So that's my 3-step approach. So if that has been insightful and helpful, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear what was your biggest takeaway. I'm also excited to share with you a new resource that I've been working on. It's called the 4 PCOS Nutrition Foundations, and it's an ebook that will help you ditch the rigid food rules and move towards eating well intuitively so you can heal your PCOS without dieting. So I came up with this framework over the 4 years of working exclusively with people with polycystic ovarian syndrome and helping them heal their PCOS holistically. So helping them find regular pain-free periods, helping them boost their energy levels so that they don't need a 2 p.m. nap and 3 coffees to get through the day, to help them have glowing hair and skin that has their colleagues and their friends asking them what's their secret, and that has them healing their relationship with food and their body so they can feel peace in their day, so they're not constantly thinking about food and thinking about what they should eat or not eat, but having the confidence and the certainty that what they are eating is the right thing for them. So these foundations will help you understand your body's nutritional priorities, which I call the SMT priorities. So S is for survive, M is for maintain, and T is for thrive. So the SMT priorities, getting tongue twisted now, are what your body needs, what your body's priorities are when it comes to nutrition. If you are not satisfying the S, the survival needs of your body, nutritional needs of your body, then you cannot maintain or thrive. Likewise, if you are not satisfying the maintaining nutritional needs of your body, then you cannot thrive. What I want for you is to move from the S to the M to the T. Sounds like a sounds like a good 90s song. And when you understand the SMT priorities, it will all make sense. It will make sense why the keto, the intermittent fasting, the gluten-free, dairy-free, calorie counting, Weight Watchers, all these diets never worked. It will make so much sense. You'll understand how to stop binge eating at night and stop relying on willpower to control yourself. You'll naturally stop binge eating. You'll understand how to stop relying on fake energy from caffeine and actually have bouncing energy from the moment you wake up and consistently throughout the day, so you don't need a 2 p.m. nap. You'll learn how to create balanced meals to balance your hormones. You'll finally understand how you can actually enjoy chocolate without finishing the whole block in one sitting. You'll have blocks of chocolate left in your pantry for months, and you'll just enjoy a little bit at a time with that much control, and you won't feel guilty about it. You'll understand your body's nutritional priorities and how to use the 4 PCOS nutrition foundations to heal your PCOS so that you can feel in control of your PCOS, so you don't feel like PCOS is controlling you and controlling your life. And it will help you feel more in control of your eating, as opposed to, again, feeling like, this diets or binge eating is controlling you. The 4 PCOS Nutrition Foundations ebook is going to be a game changer in your PCOS healing journey and for healing your relationship with food and your body as well. It will be on pre-sale for 79 Australian dollars until the 21st of March. And after that, it will be $97 Australian. So go and grab it now. If this has been helpful, if there is questions that you have about anything I've talked about, or if you have a topic that you want me to make a video about, please comment it below. And if you think this will be helpful for someone who has PCOS, then please share the message. Thank you so much, and we will see you next time.